Okay. Well now, yay. When you start off, this Kingdoms. Yes, this is my privatized map. And I decided to start off with the, these two here. One settler and 3 buildings. Wait, 3 houses? I mean buildings? Because those are not houses there. Unless someone decides to start building a house. Because this is considered to be a house, I think. Because I own both this building and the tavern and that building. Now, the reason why I do this is because I'm kind of like, you know what? Why don't I own some places? And what's funny is I was playing earlier and I got a ton of money, some salad seeds. Kind of don't want to trade anything right now. Actually, I will trade the salad seeds. Because, oh no, I don't want to sell my dagger. One-handed dagger. Kind of weird how I'm doing a stream on this, but it's actually a how-to. So right here on the magnificent map, there's 2 farms over there. It's nighttime right now. Of course, I don't have the. Oh wow. Okay. What? It's like 6 p.m. right now. Where I am. It's a busy day today. And yeah, this is mine. I'm supposed to build the common house or whatever, so NPCs can stay and not have to sleep on the ground. But I have different priorities right now. But at the same time, I'm almost about to pass out too. So I want to actually get that common house built later. Yeah, it's like, why didn't you build the common house? My response to that is, because I'd rather sell property right now. It's like, it's an inn. Like, inns technically make money. That's the next thing they should add to this game, is an inn function. That would be actually really cool. Note for the modders. But anyways, we're harvesting some lumber. Here's the 411 on this sheet. But, yeah, this game is actually rated E, so here's some 411 stuff, which is, I can't edit that out. But I'll probably make a new tutorial and actually have everything set up for various things. Now, we had the mountains. I can't see for crap. Torch. We are right there. And I should have YouTube up. Save data, but it's on my map. So here's what happens when you play for several days. NPCs will start making more towns that are undiscovered that you can choose to travel, and there can be a lot of towns here. In fact, I decided to build mine over here past another farm, and I just love how it says the numbers, which is one is 36, which is actually a level, and mine's level 1. The other town, that 36, I was actually at for a little while, getting my bearings. Decided to be a merchant for a bit, and then started trading and doing more quests, and doing some farming and stuff, which was actually a pretty good idea of me. That's how I had all the gold to actually put in here. You can tell how much I've been up to. Oh my god. I've been playing this for a while, so yeah. There we go, my house. And I can put this up for sale if I want. Use a cooking table. Use the cooking table to mainly cook meat and stuff, which you could make more. Of course, your hunger does go up. So, sleep until dawn. Let's see, 45. Okay. Now let's start actually working on an actual farm-ish thing. So let's go to over here. I already built a farmhouse, ironically, so I don't really need to make the farmhouse, but I need to actually make the farmhouse again in order to create more seeds. So remember, if it's too far away from your farm, which you'll have to create a new one, and it will actually require you to make another one. So here I am thinking I'm so clever and like that, but the developer's like, yeah, you're going to need to put a farm down, buddy. So I guess I'll just sell my house. I wonder if it's going to give me an error or something. Too close to another structure. Oh, there we go. RARs. There we go. Now, let's cover the RARs. Now I can actually set this for sale. So yay. Right away, it's like good stuff. So when you do start working on a settlement, you can make a common house. Remember, set close to wood and good flat land. So if you like building, there you go. Also, take a look at your quest board, and your property or density, it varies. In fact, you can actually get a war with other people and not know it. And you can also do your management here. And 13% is unhappy. You can actually change your taxes, and you can actually go down to, I normally put it down to 1, because I'll just collect 2 taxes, and I can, that I don't mind because that helps put money in my store here. I know it sounds strange and all, but it's good to have. And I'll put my tavern for sale, but I'll keep my store as my main front. Good way of making money, I say, but I started off with a interesting thing, and once I make that farmhouse, I'll start harvesting some more plants. Harvesting seeds, make sure you have a building to store it in, because once you put something for sale, the game will figure out what NPC can afford it. And because of the boats coming to the island now and then, and the game has to keep how many NPCs are there at a time. So I love how it just uses a generic instead of doing custom. But oh well. The generic, oh, actually with the thing here, which is in the actual, oh, sorry, it says Kingdom Rules, but there's actually some other games that actually have that. This game is available on Steam, and of course, because we're making this, we're going to make this and then this. You don't normally unlock these right away. You can also do crafting without a workbench, which allows you to make a wooden plank, an arrow, a self-made bow, but it also gives you time, so it will speed up the day, so remember that. So if you're making things, please note that crafters that craft like weapons and stuff, mainly archers, are pretty good at what they do. In fact, I actually have, well, I want to actually make a guard post soon at some point, which you actually do need to go to, let's see here, settlement, and you need, let's see here, housemaster and carpenter, or novice, archer, and mine worker. So tower, archer, and mine worker, and this requires certain stuff like having people in your town that has skills is actually good, and then you can just keep creating more stuff over time. My hunger's going up over time. And there's a berry bush. The game will spawn things in automatically, depending on where you are. Wood, on the other hand, takes much longer to grow. In fact, you'll see it grow now and then. But most of all, you have to go back to another thing. And how many rings it takes is how long it takes. So, inventory is full. So, I'm gonna sell that house and then stuff. Sometimes the NPCs will actually start building right away, but if you can actually control that. In fact, most NPCs, because I only have what, one person, or that's the farmer that's coming by, will actually come and see one settler, some info. This is her. So she's a digger, a hatchet, a scholar, a trader, An adventurer. Ooh, really good blacksmith though. That's pretty cool. Of course, she'll probably post something on this board after when she's done. Maybe she could post something too, where the NPCs will do it too. But yeah. There we go. I should have enough wood left over, so now I can build a farm and stuff. So this is for sale. She wants to buy it, but you know, cost some pretty gold. Let's go back to settlement and build the common house. Who don't have own their own homes. It requires 15 wood, but I'm kind of wanting to say nah at this time, because this is mainly just one of those places that are like I actually use the E and Q keys to there we go. Build a garden, which requires like what, 10 wood. The reason why I want to get the garden all set up is because of food demand in this case, and then I'll have like a huge farm area, which I wish they could give you farmland, but garden I guess is best, I guess. But if you're thinking of like trying to feed like a whole town or something, that's kind of an issue. Also, running, which is holding shift, will automatically degrade your hunger and energy, which your energy is here, and this can actually deplete and you will pass out. When this depletes, your health depletes and you will die. When your health depletes, you die and you have to start all over again, or from your previous save, which you'll probably no doubt do. Of course, I do have a mine worker, well, actually a digger. It's always good to know what your townspeople are, or if you're coming into a town like I did, it's good to start gaining capital. Of course, the only reason why I left the other area is the place was like situated on a hill. Not really much about flat land, and a good percentage of my quests I technically want to abandon, which for some reason I don't know how to abandon quests. So let's go and do shift click. Okay, so does that work with this? Okay, they should have the ability to change quests. And right here, one is torch. Q, call saddled horse. Only time you can actually do that, actually, is if you get a saddled horse, you need to have a blacksmith perk, and if you can tame one, which requires a lot of running, because they will stop and yell at you, or like saying why the hell are you following me or something. I don't know. It's actually nice having those horses in here. That's how I was able to get here so quickly. I did have seeds in the other place, but I just said, you know what, F it, I'm just gonna up and leave, which you can do. Of course, I also sold all the properties before I left as well, except for the farmhouse, which I wish you could sell along with the gardens, but along with the windmill. But the windmill becomes like what was it, town property after a while. Kind of funny, I think. That lady seems to be doing good. I would love to have a relationship system in here. That would be fun. Of course, putting your gold inside the trading area will automatically start creating capital. So now we have a garden. Well, I have a garden now, and I'll probably put some stuff in there. Now we can go to settlements, and I want to actually build this common house not too close to the farm. I want to build it on the... what's the front? I can't tell which one's the front and which one's the back. Oh, flags, okay. Wish you could make walls too, to have in certain game. Hill too steep. Too close to another structure. Hill too steep. Hill too steep. There we go. Now we have this. I need to get more wood. Which, do check your shop. Because sometimes NPCs tend to buy or sell stuff that is actually useful. And other times when you're too poor, it doesn't really matter. And there's a boat way over there. And some settlers came onto the island. Yep, there's a boat. Because they know there's some settlements being built here. Let's eat something real quick. You always will get two depending on your skill level of how much you can harvest. And trees do go away over time. In fact, the NPCs that cut down some of the trees, sometimes they'll actually leave the stump there, and they won't go back to it. Which is very frustrating. Of course, I play Minecraft and you leave a stump behind, I'm like, dude, what the hell? Could at least put a sapling back. So, you can get like a good stack of wood out of here. Like a good amount actually. Yeah, you get 2 wood per thing, but the higher your axeman skill is, the less energy you use, and then the more wood you get. Technically, your energy degrades real fast when you harvest a tree without the skill. And you get 1 wood. Let's get XP for this too. See, my XP here. XP. Which is interesting, because if you actually look at it, you can actually calculate something here. Let me just bring up a new scan system. So you have the XP. This is kind of like a small tutorial on like 2 things. Here's my skills: Monterey Launder, Blacksmith, and Blacksmith Apprentice. So now, actually, I want to do something real quick. Okay, now since that's now there, do scan. You guys are gonna be finding this hilarious what I'm about to do. Watch my XP real quick. Wow, right? Yeah. Special little magic trick. Now I have enough points to do whatever I freaking want. Yeah. That's now almost godlike. Now I can actually ask that lady for all kinds of stuff. Of course, the skills range from higher to lower. And of course, I wouldn't mind if the game developers would add like single torches or something, like a little torch that you can put in your town. You know, like a street light almost. Because in the medieval days, they did have that. So I checked. Now, where is that lady? She is right here. She's like... It's like, oh, leader, can you teach me something? She's like, of course, if you know, if you have the skill. I'm like, there is okay, sergeant. Allows you command up to 10 people, so that means now I'll have that trait. And of course, digger. go. We have find a suitable place to make a house, and now I have 8 settlers all of a sudden. That is actually kind of cool. Because this halfway house is being built, and yeah, you barely see anything. There we go. Halfway house is built. So now, just go home. Start a new day. It's like one guy's like, "You cheated." I'm like, how did you know I cheated that way? Which my home isn't this, actually. Still for sale, huh? So much for a comfy bed, you know? And like the farm itself, which I do not have any seeds right now. Hunger's going up. I'm gonna probably put stuff in here. I'm actually gonna put taxes in here. Take all. Put all taxes in. You know. 17 people have arrived on the island. So now we have the halfway house. We now have 18 people. Now I'm actually going to start building houses. Which I want to start building kind of like right over in this general area. That makes sense. Some management again. Very unhappy. Why? 15 days before collecting taxes. Well, that's like right there. You can get funds out of that. So that's fun. Don't forget to check your store now and then. You will find something there. Because once when people start settling and start doing stuff, get you salad. Tend to start to identifying what you want or need. And guards both need to have swords and archery with me. Because you can hit targets far away before anything, you know, like how Oblivion has it, and Skyrim. And to know how to use a bow. You never know if those bad guys are going to be able to hit you hard. Or if we have a random dragonborn that comes to town and starts acting like a total fool. I know those dragonborns out there that do that. I know people that actually will do that. Right. I know. I probably should do a GTA thing soon. 'Cause I updated my ship. I changed some stuff, and it's gonna fall on me. Mainly when you do colonization or settlement, you're doing a lot of harvesting. So yeah, some harvesting you have to actually mine or gather. Like it's good to have food available too. You can call an army if you'd like, or guards. kind of amusing because most of them have to craft their own bows and arrows, which I think I'm gonna actually do something else for. So now I have 10 settlers, 6 houses, poor. On the way, I think I'm gonna actually guards on duty. I just have 1 guard, because you know you have different level people. I'm pretty much high levels, so I kinda there you go. Always check your sellers. You never know if you might find one that has like level 8. Detract that person real quick. What I find funny is sometimes you can actually get away with certain things, or yeah. There's like a lot of land here, so I can start building out wood. There we go. For sale. I think a percentage at a time the NPCs won't actually build. Smith. There we go, now I can work with wood and small stuff. We'll just do that. Smithy. Love how like the map changes different colors. Quick, let's put some salad in there. G court. So that guy's rated G. Heh. Okay, what can I do to do that? Wait, can you teach me this? Ooh. Nice. That helps. Butcher. Anything else? There's actually one more. I just saw it was blue. Nova Swordsman. It's actually good to have. Thank you. Okay, so as you can tell, different colors I think revolve around the flag or something, and mine is actually yellow apparently. I kind of wonder why. Is it underneath the management? Because mine's this. There is so many different types of color flags here, it's not funny. You have, let's see here, the French flag, Buffalo Earth. You have like a lot of flags here. There's a common house, there's an unfinished house. Shows how many things, how many sellers are working. Taxes are like 1%. I kind of wonder how much taxes are in total. Because when I was in a town, I wasn't paying taxes. I'm like, why don't I get paid tax? Why don't I pay taxes? I was so confused on that. Of course, I didn't get any wood. I just got nothing. Check the shop real quick, because I see NPCs there. I think they're trying to negotiate a better deal. Anyway, the notice board. A suitable place. So the new one, if I'm not mistaken, is this one. Yeah, this is one right here. Hello neighbors, can someone help me set up a scaffolding house? I'm not good at such things, please help. Okay, so we're gonna build a house, but we gotta get the scaffolding up real quick. If it is for sale, I think I might actually do something else for a little bit. This is a Kingdoms stream though. This game is a little glitchy. Is open act, is indie after all. Still working on it. And this game is actually done by Unity, believe it or not. Yeah. Game done by Unity. Full already? Oh yeah, because I'm getting like what, more than normal because I upgrade my thing. So the more you upgrade, the more stronger you are, and more sellers are now on the island. Perfect. Question is, where do they show up at? Oh, they're around that other place. They normally integrate to closest settlements. So yeah, it's like, oh yeah, there's a town here that's brand new. Get more XP too. So, garden takes a little bit of time. Go to sell my shop, but I don't feel like it. That's a lot of gold, huh? Just having starting capital low, because now people are like, okay, like the shop can actually buy stuff. Yep, 3 wood added. Set 2. You can actually modify this, but I'm not going to show you how to do that. That's kind of very temperamental. Really temperamental. There we go. Okay, I'm going to actually do something real quick. By the way, Internet Man is currently talking. Okay. Why won't this thing leave me alone? Okay. So now I have a full inventory, so I'm gonna head back. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh my god. So, video casting is kind of slow today. I noticed. There we go. Now we have a forge, which we can now forge things. Which requires leather. I for one don't know what that is. An iron axe used for chopping wood. Usually fine axe. So this is steel axe. Boots. Steel arrows, iron arrows, blank, steel blank, iron blank, iron. Gold has been added. Yay! Someone bought my house. And inside, there's workshop, which you can start crafting leather out of skins, saddle, wood, self-made bow. Wow, this takes an hour. Does like 20 damage. How much does this take? 10? 15? Plank. This will only take 5 minutes now. So why don't I actually go and craft that? And I'm gonna need a carpenter for that. Or a short bow. And just craft that. We have more settlements settlers arrive, and I'm starving. Of course, my accent likes to change randomly. Without my authorization. You know that. People do. Of course, it's gonna take several hours. So if someone bought that, that's good. For sale. So it's really gonna add more stuff to this game. And you also have more people wanting to do stuff. So I am hungry as dang. So let's go to the wilderness. Right away, copyright strike. It's like, what? What the hell? Well, you're singing the Indiana Jones song, so you have to. Well, even though you were just humming it, we have to hit you with that strike. Yep. That's how YouTube works. It's very quite sad, really. And that hunger thing I saw, why was it removed? Just sucks. Curiosity. It's because of this reason. You're giving me the middle finger. That's why. It's like you can survive not eating anything. That's kind of an issue right there, buddy. Technically, you need to either consume something. Well, you can only survive for so long before you die. So you do actually eventually eat. You can survive a little bit without food, but you will be very weak and you will not be able to function correctly. In fact, it was actually a movie. Well, actually, it was a feminist thing. Is it just me? Or does anyone else see that? Seriously, does anyone else see that? It was females versus guys, and apparently the guys were able to get like a tent set up already. Already half of the stuff set up that the others did not do, or something. It's kind of funny, I thought. They're like, we're so hungry, what happened to the other group? And like the other group gets like lost. It's really funny. It was a survival show I saw. They literally said females versus males. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. I'm like, wow. The guys already have shelter. The guys already have everything that a full camp needs. And one of them says, oh, where's a man when you need him? I kid you not. That's what I heard. And I thought that was hilarious. Because I'm like, okay. So men are better at camping at times. Or maybe they're just they just know more, or they have the ability to camp and they don't know. Yay. Well, the house is sold to the same guy? Whatever. I'm the right way. Yep. So, yeah. I'm kind of like wondering, they have no survival skill. Why do these people have no survival skills? Of course, didn't exactly know what they were doing, which I'm kind of like, the camera guys are there or something. I'm not too sure if it's a publicity thing or something stupid. You know? And it's like, well, and you wonder why, one's more dominant in certain places. And I love how Anesia Sarkeesian literally starts swearing at some guy that just asked a question. A question that Lily asked her preference on something. Why? Of all things, why would you do that kind of stuff? Actually, I don't want to sell that. Why? Just because you didn't want to answer the question, you start swearing at the guy? He's just asking a simple question. But oh well. I won't never understand certain people. How hard to try. Oh well. Apparently she's saying, oh, he's being rude, he's being misogynistic. I'm like, that guy was very nice to you and just asked a simple question. And it's all over YouTube, so might want to look at all sides. Anyway. So, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Just not. Just entertainment purposes now. Of course, she always cries for more money. And of course, the State House is wondering why she's getting this much money, yet she's doing something else. Like, I don't know, that business, for example, and then she's crying that she shouldn't have to pay taxes off of a business. Well, here's the thing. All businesses have to get taxed, no matter who the owner is. It's like, well, it's actually a donation thing. It's like, no, you put a business account down, Anita. You did this thing where even everyone's complaining, and when you have the government looking down your shoulder, you shouldn't do that. But that's just me, though. Sometimes I wonder how bright she is, if she's that bright. Because if you don't know too well on business, there is things that do come up, like, I don't know, inventory full. That tells me before I start chopping down. But some people are like, oh, you're hating on her so bad. Okay, response is business and law. Here in the United States, and most places, require you to pay taxes on things. These taxes allow certain functions to happen. The other, which is very important, is when you take a loan out or you tend to start making more money than normal, the government kind of wants a share of that. And some guys automatically know what that means, or some people will know what that means. You should know that once you make a certain amount of money, both SSI and a few others will effectively stop. But if you start a donation racket or something, the donation part has to be processed a certain way. Because she was collecting off of it a certain way, or someone reported that she's misusing the donation and not going to the thing that she said it was going to, it may have changed that perspective. And right away, I may have lost someone. Okay. To make it simple, technically every American citizen technically owes money to the government, because you know some warlords and some politicians that take money out. So you do have SSI, SSDI, and etc., including services like libraries, police, fire department, EMTs. Sure, your insurance covers some of this, but some of the parts of the insurance is also covered by your taxes. Well, our taxes anyway. And most people that don't know, taxes are used to pay for debts that tend to pile up from the US government. And right away, when you actually do buy stuff, there needs to be established money. Now, I can explain this via a game, well, one of the Minecraft games. When you first start off playing on this particular server, or in this case, one server that I'm still hosting, you are currently tasked with finding a settlement, i.e. something like this, but you also have to pay for the land for a little bit because of a massive thing. Once you pay for the land, you can start making houses, which effectively will cost you money to actually get supplies for. Someone can actually buy the house, or buy the land that you have selected, or the property line. Once this is done, you can start charging them. However, when they buy the house outright, they have to owe taxes because you're still paying off the land. This means you, the landowner, the one that actually, the mayor in this case, or is it something else? I can't remember the name for it right now, but I'll let you know. So, this particular thing, you actually have to know really well, because I did have my friends that know about this. And you also have, well, Crossroads, when you become a settlement, you don't have to worry as much. But you also have the militaries to be worried about, and factions. This kind of works the same way in the United States, along with other governments. You're not just paying the politicians, but you're also paying the army as well to protect you. Security and liberty does have its balancing act, but when it comes down to Crossroads, most civilians will pay that 20 credits or more. But settlements, on the other hand, don't have to pay as much taxes because you can set the tax amount. Just like in SimCity. Of course, Anita Sarkeesian will say something else about that. But the thing I'm trying to get here is that when you pay taxes in different areas, which is the percentage, when it's set on auto, which another player has set because it's kind of frustrating trying to figure out what is next. The will automatically get credits or funds, depending if you want to collect them or not. They do, over time, stay inside the actual banking system, or in this case, the town's warehouse. Town's warehouse, on the other hand, which she's shopping mid-air. That's kind of a bug right there. The town's warehouse itself, it's kind of like this thing, where you're technically buying and selling stuff, but people are already buying the arrows. But the fun part is because the land is owned, because people have to take out loans to that currency to order to own something. That's the fun part. Desk. Still have to do. What's inside here? Oh wow, well, it's actually a house. You can make everything at the smithy. But for that. When you have like a utility like this, which is normally common. Actually, what happens if I put all the wood in here? That's cool. You have something like that, it's kind of interesting because, you know, you get the whole ball and chain kind of thing. You know, when someone actually owns something, be aware of people are able to actually claim stuff. What do I mean by that? I mean like when players have a tribute or anything, just that. But I'm trying to get back to the topic. Is towns need that tax money to order to pay the actual lord of the land, meaning the guy that sold the land in the first place, or server in this case, the server property rights. In Crossroads, on the other hand, you are free to make a settlement, but you're not able to get some cool stuff, which is a great exchange terminal, or having the, I don't know, the awesome star buildings, as they're called. Star buildings are mainly advanced things, from hospitals, fire departments, to police stations, to even some crazier things, including a train station, or a train line. So, that means when you pay for this stuff, you're technically paying certain companies to even trying to get the town and the mayor to say, hey, can I give you some money to put this together? And the company would be like, okay, fine. Transportation companies. And I'm starving again. Transportation companies, which you can normally call up like taxis, but instead of actually getting a taxi, you get like a bus, train, or plane. Even like automobile dealers also fight for territory to actually buy things. You know? We'll actually try buying rights towards stuff. To even saying car dealerships can only be a certain amount of range within each other, which is technically valid in some way. I know it sounds really strange, but places like this require licenses, or even the average, oh yeah, you have to make a car payment, because we know for a fact that you'll have to, you know, give us some of your paycheck there if you want that car. Yeah. So when you do get a car, some places just say, well, you don't have enough credit, which is, credit cards also have scams in them. Crossroads has credit cards, but I don't recommend them because you owe money on them, and you do get bounty hunters after you. Most of the time, they're just called credits, which are technically function as cash, but they're just numbers technically, and an actual item at times. But like I said, when you try doing stuff, it's technically kind of bad. That some people, it's like, oh yeah, the game master will give you so much stuff, but when you first start playing, while everyone else is in thing, you don't get all the starting items. You don't get half of the stuff. It's like playing online when half of the online stuff is already done with. I won't be able to see soon. Yeah. like in the D&D group, another player has joined us, and she's already had half of her stuff done. In fact, I had to play the game against her just to see her skills. But yes, an actual female. Oh my god, Tom's not a complete total sexist. Well, I do have female friends, you know, 2, counting my mom, which is 3. But besides that, technically, she's actually a general. Is also General Granger. I'm gonna let you guess what gender that is. No, seriously, I'm gonna let you guess, and I'll let you know later. And yeah, this game. This is technically about like, why the hell am I talking about gender stuff while I'm playing a game called Kingdoms, which is actually a game on Steam that you can just easily get berries. I can't afford that. There we go. And well, this game is actually pretty nice as you do stuff. Makes you think a little bit now and then. Of course, when you have a farmhouse, you can't sell it. And if you wanted to, not allowed to sell this type of stuff. "17 sellers have arrived. And I'm close to starving to death now. Someone out there is probably laughing their asses off right now. But we can fix that. Hopefully our crops are ready. Which they are. Okay. Salad. I'm so close on starving to death. That's kind of sad, actually. It's like, oh yeah, haha, you're gonna starve to death. Put that for sale. And what's interesting is, technically, since I'm the shopkeeper, well, the shop owner, because I'm also the mayor, the settlement leader, can technically access your inventory. So, like, stuff in here, you can just fill up. I just like doing the trading thing because I can keep an eye on the finances. Wood, I'm just gonna get rid of, because you can really overstack your store too. So now I'm gonna go out and gather some more seeds and food. I mean, I'd rather find berries, but or actual food, or even see that stuff. Like right away, some stuff will not automatically grow. Of course, your hunger will fill up faster if you're running a lot, which I am. And just like that, you can, like, look. Sometimes the game will make it really easy where it'll spawn like a bunch of berry bushes randomly or something. I could go back to my other town, but that's way too far. It's a couple 100 meters away. Yeah. There's berries out here, just have to find them. Because no one actually has farming stuff up yet, it takes them a while to make farming things. Oh, there's some berries. There's also a random horse that's horrifying. But oh crap, is this broken? Oh. Nice. I was thinking of doing a live stream of Netflix at one point, but we're gonna do that with another software. Oh, by the way, if you do want me to stream Netflix, please note that you have to actually be available for that. And I will have a time set for it because a live stream will disappear. And oh my god, blueberries! Oh my god! Oh. Harvest the rest of this. So I'll have enough food for later and put some in the shop, because I know people are hungry. Oh yeah, in Crossroads we have the wonderful GLA, which are acting like a-holes. Typical of them, right? What's this person doing all the way out here? Why do you bother me? Leave me be. Are you fool? Get out of my sight. Something interesting. Are you fool? Get away from me. Do you know where the nearby town? You fool, where do you see a village? No, if you come to my village, I'm just gonna skyrocket the taxes on everyone. There's those NPCs that are just complete total dicks, but yeah. Some of them are just like nomads, I guess. Because what that NPC was doing was actually trailing. Me, I'm harvesting, so I kinda do stuff. Plus, I can actually take a look at the other town if I wanted to. And trade with them. Which is right about over there. I'm just hanging around in the coast area. This should be. I could actually make another settlement. You know, another settlement needs your help. But I kind of like the settlement I'm in now. Could make a halfway settlement, like right about here, because you know, probably right next to a question mark, which is normally a ruin or a mysterious thing. And you can find stuff in them, like gold. You can even find random monsters. Well, monsters as in like enemy soldiers and stuff. My level has increased to level 11. I want to see this other town really bad for some reason. Well, we talked to that person. I gotta change the coordinate thing. Looks like my friend Changeling is up to something. Likes to play Gary's mod a lot. I can't play that. It fills my hard drive way too fast. Yeah. Did the game just crash? Nope, didn't. Just loading. Okay. Fastest way of going places. Look, they're still building. See right from there. They're building. So that means if it's still I normally finish my structures before I move on, but that's just how many people there are. That is funny. Some time ago I used to settle much closer, and this whole area was like actually a town. A long time ago. I think it was the other save actually. Technically this game is actually played in hardcore because you only have like one life or something. But because you're actually stuff. Of course I want to sell some of my berries. Depending on whatever. Some of the quests I need to not abandon any further. Yeah. I am so hungry right now. And look, there's already some buildings already made. So that means, yeah. The bigger the town is, the bigger the how many people are there. You can actually bring a whole army here and actually invade other towns if you'd like. Me, I don't really do that because I don't see the point right now. I'd rather actually... Yay, 100 XP, found Fjorden something. I would like to copy this blueprint, this map at times. There's a lot of people here. It's already a woodworking area. And it's a random wolf. Once it's done engaging, I will probably no doubt harvest from where that go. That's a really long ass sword. I'll just pick that right up. Just to be a dick. It's like, so, I don't know where anything is. I'm just running around now because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just talk to this lady. Hello, welcome. No, I'm the leader. Oh, hi. So, tell me about this place. Visiting. Actually, can you tell me something interesting? Interesting place around the village. Like, okay, nearby ruins. It's the closest settlement to me. Well, I think, RARS, I think it's over there. My settlement. Any nearby forest? Look around, the forest is everywhere. And caves? Go there. What do you mean? Strange. You call? Sure, tell me about it. For you. Explain abandoned ruins to travel if you ruins nearby. People try to stay away from that. Perhaps you'll be able to be able to explore it. Sure. By the way, can you teach me anything? Take yeah. Perfect, pioneer. Thanks. I'm supposed to be doing something. Honestly, I have no job right now. What's the best at? There we go. Let's go to do a random quest that I decided to get. Collect wood for pelts. Probably set up a shop here, but I don't really want to. What is this? Is this like a tavern or something? A store? What's this? Just a house. What's this? Random house I just walked into. Just be like, hey, where's the store? And I'll be like, seriously? Nearest town that actually has a store is RARS. What is this? Bagdella? This is not a store, this is a house. I also see a door right here. What's in here? Okay. Running around like a chicken with its head cut off. That's probably triggered someone. Not again. But you get someone gets the expression though, right? Because I don't know where the shop is, so I have to go and run around. Yes. Running around trying to figure out where a shop is. This is the common house. In here. House. I'm glad that you don't have to like preload stuff. Just be like, oh. Nothing. Is this a store? No, just a freaking house. Oh! Yawning a lot, not good. What? Where is the Joker? Think I make a good Batman impression, maybe. Where is it? F my life. I gotta go to the halfway house and snooze before I come back with all my goodies that I have harvested, so I can travel in the daytime and not get trapped and get eaten by some random thing. I'm just gonna run by everyone. They're like, dude, chill. Oh my god! I'm just gonna pass out right now. Like, oh, snore so incredibly loud. Everyone's like, oh wow. It's like, okay, it looks like he's leaving. Wait, I'm supposed to talk to everyone in here, see what they know about cheeseburgers. Tell me about yourself. Nice name, right? You know, if you like. Closest town is Rar. The other town, this is very rich. That must be this person right here. Hi. Tell me about yourself. Or do you... Can you teach me something? Sure, archery is a good skill. Thanks. Goodbye. Time to go home. Da-da-da. Another copyright strike. Damn it, YouTube! Ugh. Loading done. Come back, I just want to stab you. Okay, now they use all parts of this animal. There we go. Now, notice how I say use all parts of the animal and then throw away what can't be used. Which is just like fecal matter. Gotcha. Like, oh. By the way, you triple strap, you double strap, you strap it on. Best way of getting around this game now. There's like, oh my! Let me just prounce. It's like a random horse just comes in, everyone's like, a horse? That's amusing. I has returned. Sit down, RC. RC, stare down. Stare down. Pain in my ass. Okay. Let's go take a look at the store. Oh, he was not. I don't want to sell my ox. It's like a gnome without its hat. And no one's like, berries! They'd be like, berries. And now it's raining. Best part is the stuff never expires. And when you eat meat, nom 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 nums. Let's go to sleep. 10 settlers have arrived on the island, because most of them died on the way here. Oh, why do I sound so cheerful on that? Don't know why. Some salad. This. If I go to the other town, which I need the horse for if I want to make it at a certain time, I do acquire a really, really good horse. And it's a couple miles away, so yeah. I'm thinking of building another farm thing right here. Alright. And every little bit of every single game you play, you tend to wonder, how often do you actually look at stuff? And then seeing the NPCs build, it's kind of hilarious. And seeing the actual farm, their garden, they have nothing that they planted, which is very sad. And since I'm so close, they probably migrate over now and then. Anyway, I think I'm going to actually end the stream very shortly. because eventually I'm gonna come up with a lot of seeds soon. And I'm gonna have everything separated at some point, so I don't have to deal with stuff. Plus, near my little house anywhere, I kind of want to actually build, around the thing. There we go. Actually, make another one. It's like, why make another one plot? Well, first of all, farms, what's keep most towns alive. Hill too steep. In fact, once you start having food issues like I do now and then, you tend to want to keep stuff up. I want to ask another question about something. Well, anyway, something is not for YouTube to know right now. Anyway, so here, let's see, do I have any seeds? Once you man, I just remembered one of the episodes of Ed, and Eddie. It's like, what's that? Well, there's this episode with it's called their the Eds kind of got tricked. Well, actually, what's his face? Eddie, which is the smaller one. I swear I see more vulgar things of him and Double D than anything, which I'm kind of actually terrified of. Why? I don't know why, but they just do. But anyway, so why the hell does people post that stuff? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, half the fan base says this. I'm like, okay, so you think they're gay? Okay, you know they have love interests. Don't you guys see this? Seriously, slamming head on table. We all know what I'm talking about. It's like they have love interests, but I don't know. Anyway, going back to it. The hell? I want to see that shit on the damn site. Why the fuck? It's on YouTube. It's like, oh yeah, they love each other this much. I'm like, why the hell are you even? I thought this was going to be a neat little fan fiction where the Ed boys finally either marry the Canker sisters, and I'm thinking, oh, this is just going to be an easy little fan fiction. And no, it just goes to this plain fucking shit that's just fucking fecal matter on the internet. Why the fuck do you go to that fucking level? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with people? Reported the video and it was taken down within a few minutes or something. Well, I didn't go back to it, and I hope it got taken down. Because that's my childhood right there. My childhood was officially ruined. Of course, I do like the what's it called there? The little creepypasta. Well, not the creepypasta, but the theory that they're in purgatory and stuff. Kind of looks like it, actually. Because where's the adults in all this? And that is a good question. But one episode, they actually were talking at one point with their parents and stuff, which I think kind of minuses that purgatory out. And like the parents work a lot, you know. And they did go to school. The seasons do change, like in different episodes. It's just going to like an animation level, like when I was doing cartoons, like drawing comics, it was such a pain in the butt to draw snow. Like, seriously. It was the most hardest thing to draw, because snow you have to draw like these little ovals, depending on what you do, and how decorative you want to make them. And you're using an awful lot of white. Or in this case, you have to change the background. Rain is a little bit easier. Your inventory is full. No, seriously. It gets to the animation perspective where you have to feature weather now and then, but most of the time they want to feature the kids at summer. For crying out loud. It's easier to draw summer stuff than it is winter or multiple seasons at once. Just still mad about that thing I saw. Some people make some really dirty shit. Some stuff that's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Which I think, you know, I don't know if everyone understands what I'm talking about. Hey, building a stone pillar thing, which almost out. But I have my point, though. What the fuck is wrong with some people? Anyway, really hate when writers do that. You get like good storytelling and like some other people's work, and then you just turn it into this fecal matter. Really? Really? Anyway, just trying not to complain any further because now I'm riling myself up and making me more upset. I should have reported the username too. Should have done that. Should have, would have, could have, right? But anyway, I can't remember the reader's name, the person I was reading. I will eventually, I don't know. There we go, now we can work with stone. That means we can now do treated stone, which requires 60 minutes. Put this for sale. And I have more community lots. Actually, I could put more community lots down. I could even have like a tavern and stuff. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna leader, actually. Have like the camp thing, which is always fun. Time to build some houses. Of course, right away, some quests will disappear once you start building houses. And the way I want to build them is a certain way. Okay, half of the foundation's floating. Okay. Well, anyway, going to our wonderful X roads there. X roads is going to have some updates along with D&D. In fact, there was actually the pain in the butt GLA, which now has to literally, well, it's pretty much copying from Generals. If you ever played that game before, but yeah, Generals. They actually doing a heavy policy check. It's like a policy check. Yep. That means, means I'm actually doing everything in my power to actually fit that lore correctly without making them too, you know, crazy, which they partially are because the Generals are now using this one thing called that hero, that guy's name was Blaze something. It's 17's evil twin or something. And was moved. But on the other part, our little friend was being judged. Of course, it was changed to over to sure, we'll let this particular character wait and all. So yeah. Oh, what was I doing? Actually, it should say what I was doing. Okay. I have like one guard on guard duty. Good day to guard duty. Be happy on warmer with a belly full of maid. Of course, that doesn't exist here. Kinda sucks. Of course, I want to keep the E rating, even though it's actually T rating because of what you can do, kill other NPCs and stuff, all that stuff. Well, I'm gonna actually end the video here. So, what does that mean? Which I'm running while the game's paused. So, you hear me whine and complain for a couple of minutes about stupid stuff, and let's see what's called map, and yeah. Well, thank you for watching.